Heads up, the northern lights could be visible in most of the United States tonight, Monday, January 19th, 2026. On the morning of Sunday, January 18th, an X2 class solar flare was detected in sunspot region 4341. This triggered a coronal mass ejection, which is essentially a big ball of plasma that is hurled directly toward Earth at very fast speeds. That is ultimately what creates the spectacular light show known as the Aurora Borealis. For the first time since November, the Space Weather Prediction Center has issued a level G4 geomagnetic storm watch. This is the second highest level on a 5-tiered scale, and if it comes to fruition, it could lead to sporadic issues with GPS or radio signals and perhaps even parts of the electric grid. If this reaches its full potential, those of you who live in a green shaded area will likely see the northern lights overhead, while those of you above the green line could see a glow to the north. I do want to emphasize that space weather is extremely difficult to predict, like way harder than predicting weather here on Earth. That's because it depends on both the forward speed and the intensity of the CME as it reaches Earth's magnetic field, and we're really not going to know for sure until just before game time, like early this evening. My best guess for peak viewing time, and this can still adjust by a few hours in either direction, would be around 9 o'clock Eastern time, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. In order to maximize your chances of seeing the northern lights, you're going to want to go to the north, face that direction, and go somewhere remote with minimal light pollution. The other thing you need is clear skies, so let's take a look at the forecast. Areas in white should see mostly clear skies during this event, while areas in blue may have to deal with some degree of cloud cover. The main cloud cover risk looks to be in parts of the Great Lakes, Midwest, near the Red River, and the northern Intermountain West. As far as camera settings go, for those of you like me who are using an iPhone, here's what you need in order to capture the northern lights. First, click the top arrow and then go to the moon icon. Once you get to the moon icon, shift it all the way to the right. That will turn your iPhone into night mode. And when it gets dark out, this should go all the way to 10 seconds. Then go to the right, hit the plus minus icon, and shift that exposure all the way to the right. I'm sure most of you have noticed that we have had several of these aurora events over the last 2 years, and you may be wondering if this is abnormal or concerning. And the answer to that is no. There was a roughly 11-year natural solar cycle which hit a peak sunspot number in 2024. That number has come down a bit in the beginning of 2026, but it does mean that we will likely have more opportunities again this year. Believe me, this is truly a sight to behold. You do not want to miss it. So, hope you enjoy the show.